Hey there, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ethan. For those of you who do know me, I'm still Ethan. I originally had a different plan for this video for today. I'm also posting this incredibly late. You know, it's probably one of the latest I've ever posted a video. Latest I've ever even shot a video, as you can probably already tell. It's currently nighttime already where I'm at. It's got to be somewhere around 10 o'clock EST as I'm recording this. Truthfully, today was not one of my best days. I found myself backpedaling a lot today. A lot. And I prayed and I meditated and I went for walks and I, tried calling people that I'm close to. Got to speak to some of them, not all of them, which is fair. We're all adults, we're all busy. We all have our own lives. That's fine. Unfortunately, my therapist is out of town on vacation with her family. So beyond that, I didn't really have anyone else to reach out to. So I found myself today in a state not unlike one that I was in when I first started this series, when I first started making these videos, and granted, that's okay. Life has a tendency to be finicky, and as humans, it is only in our nature to also be finicky. There's no way that all of us are going to be okay 100% of the time. I knew this was bound to happen. I knew I was bound to feel this way again at some point. I just didn't know to what extent and when. But today was fairly rough. I think I was a little ashamed to admit, but I cried today. A few more times than I'd care to admit. But I suppose that's just the nature of growing. Especially when you're growing in the circumstances that I am, or anything similar. As men, we're taught that it's very unbecoming to allow yourself to demonstrate certain acts of emotion, certain emotional responses. As a man, it's not strong, or it's not manly, it's not becoming of you to allow others to see you cry, to allow others to see you distressed, to allow others to see you experiencing any other emotion other than complete neutrality and then certain forms of happiness, right? Like, that's all you can really show. But for the most part, being a man comes with the expectation of carrying a certain level of stoicism. And I feel as though I've done a pretty fair job of that for a decent portion of my life up until this point. I never allowed anyone into my thoughts. I never allowed anyone into my feelings. I never allowed people to see my demons or what I was struggling with or the things that I was trying to overcome. When I started this series, a part of the intent there, I guess, was also to break that cycle, to break that chain, to allow myself to be a little bit more open and vulnerable, not just to myself, but to others. In this case, whoever's viewing right now. I appreciate you. I really do. And I'm sorry in advance if it seems like I'm taking a while to just spit things out. I know usually I talk a little bit faster. I kind of get my thoughts out a little bit more quickly. There's just there's more of a sense of urgency. But I suppose it's me falling back into a certain headspace that I had worked really hard to get out of, and so falling back into it, I guess you can say, has been hard to deal with, you know. And I know I'll bounce back. I know I will come out of it again. Um, but I suppose what I was struggling with was a fact that my mother told me, which was that, you know, this is something that you're going to experience at multiple points throughout your life. You know, that this feeling of exhaustion, of desperation, so to speak, is not one that one experiences only once or twice in their life, that it is something that is recurring throughout one's life, no matter who you are. That there will be multiple points throughout your lifespan in which you will sink back into this headspace, you know. I found myself today wishing for something I hadn't wished for in a really long time, which was to just go back to being a kid. You know, I just wanted to be a kid again. 6, 7, 8, 10 years old, chilling in bed, watching some Disney Channel or Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon show before I knew all of the stuff that was going on behind the scenes. Because have y'all seen that? It's crazy. But yeah, you know, the most that was expected of me was that I'd do my homework and finish my food and brush my teeth before bed, which all were very, very simple, easy to accomplish things. A lot simpler than, you know, life as an adult, you know, working and paying bills and trying to maintain friendships and relationships and trying to hold yourself together throughout the entire process of all of that. I suppose by the end of the process, I'll probably be a stronger man, you know, a better version of myself, more improved for sure. But I suppose it becomes a little hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel when you're stuck in the middle of the tunnel and your car has run out of gas and your tire's flat. You don't have a spare because you have run flats, but those run flats are not running very flat right now. So I don't know where I'm going with that. Yes, I do. I'm going to continue to pursue the progress I've been making, of course. But I suppose maybe this is just a check-in then. You know, we made it a lot further this time around before feeling this way again, which I would say is probably a plus. But given the content of my last few videos, I would say maybe it was only a matter of time before I slipped it back into this place, and that it was maybe, you know, something that was foreseeable. But hindsight is always 20/20. Either way, anyone who's watching this, I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're doing better than I am. I wouldn't say I'm doing particularly bad, but to say I'm doing good would be a lie. Yeah. But with that, as always, if you are feeling like you need to talk, like you want to share something, whether positive or negative, good news, bad news, you want to talk, you just need someone to listen, you can reach me 24/7, 365 through any of the social media links via the description below. I will always be here because you are not alone. You are never alone. And just remember that it's human to have feelings, to have these thoughts. You know, it's what makes us human. So at the very least, if you can't find a positive silver lining in any of the negative experiences that you are experiencing, at least know that the way you're feeling is a sign that you're alive. It's a sign that you're human, that you are real, that you matter. If no one told you today, I love you and I'm proud of you. Keep going. You got this. Yeah. I guess that's it for now. So until next time, peace.